saw, there are two important takeaways. The first one is that the set state calls update the state asynchronously, and that is why we do not see the new state being reflected in this.state.count. And the second one is that when we call multiple set state calls within the same context, then React uses object.assign to merge all the set state calls. So the problem we want to solve is that when we call increment, instead of 10, it should be incrementing it to 11. So +1 here, and then +10 here. To do that, it brings us to the second way of calling set state. So I will comment this out for now, and we will write this.setState. So this way of calling set state accepts a function, we can call it an updater function, which receives previous state as the first argument, and then we can get the previous count and return the new state. We will do the same for the other one. Save. Perfect. So now it's incrementing by 11. So the new way of setting the state, where it accepts a function, is used when your new state, which you want to set, depends on the previous state. React guarantees that at this point in time, when your function is called, it will have the latest set state. So if we look at our console, let's refresh. So we increment, it logs 0, so which is correct, that it's not actually updating the this.state. All it is promising us is the next set state call, which is called, so this one will have the correct value for the previous state. Now let us also try to determine, okay, so now that it's getting the correct value, is it also first incrementing it to 1, rendering it, and then incrementing it to 11 and rendering it again? So going back to this, let's do console.log in render this.state.count, and I will remove some of these logs. Perfect. So we know initial render with 0. So the next render is 11. So the good part here is that React is still optimizing for how many times it calls render. So it's not calling the render twice. And at the same time, if we are setting a state based on a previous state, then it is recommended to use a function and return your new state.